So 25 years ago, I recorded this song with Kelly Reichel. It's a beautiful song called "Every Road Leads Back to You," and my guitar playing. Well, I'm sure I could have learned it if I had like put my got my act together and learned it, but I just and plus it's a duet, so I need somebody else to play it. So for 25 years, I've been looking for somebody to sing this with, and never really found anybody who was willing to put in the time. And last week we had a gig at the Blue Note, Kala'e and I said, you know what, I love the songs that I normally play and people love, but I just want to learn some, not learn, but add something from my repertoire that's new to me playing it, or me actually not playing, singing it. And in 1 week, Kalai had it down packed. So this is only him on guitar, and we're both singing it. So mahalo e Kelly Reichel for having me record this with you. It's a beautiful song that was recorded by Bette Midler, and it's called "Every Road Leads Back to You."
Old friend, here we are, looking back at all the years and tears that we've been through. It feels so good to see you. Looking back in time, there's been other friends and other lovers, but no other one like you. All my life, no one ever has known me better. I must have traveled down 1,000 roads. I've been so many places, seen so many faces, always on my way to something new. Ooh, but it doesn't matter, 'cause no matter where I go, every road leads back. Every road just seems to lead me back to you.
Old friend, there were times I didn't want to see your face or hear your name again. But now those times are far behind me. It's so good to see your smile. I'd forgotten how you were the one who made me smile the way you do. All this time, you're the one that I want beside me. I must have traveled down 1,000 roads. I've been so many places, seen so many faces, always on my way to something new. Ooh, but it doesn't matter, 'cause no matter where I go, every road leads back. Every road just seems to lead me back to you. I must have traveled down 1,000 roads. I've been so many places, seen so many faces, always on my way to something new. Oh, but it doesn't matter, 'cause no matter where I go, every road leads back. Every road just seems to lead me back to you. Every road just seems to lead me back to you. Another song shoots, you know, because of all this rain we had. Can I request my favorite Kala'e song? We did this on your last, what is this, a blog or a live?
I think I played it on ukulele, that one though. So.
Yeah. So this is a song doesn't talk about Hilo Rain. Takes us to Hilo. Kala'e, tell him why.
So I was born and raised on Maui, but my parents were brought up in Hilo, so growing up we'd go to the Big Island a lot, and yeah, Hilo's just a special place to me. I married a Hilo girl too, so I find myself down in Hilo often. So I wrote this song for my family and because I just love the Hilo Rain. It goes like this.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going where the mountain calls me. I'm going where the rain is falling. Falling on the one to pave the road I chose today. I'm going where the people call me. I'm going where my culture's thriving. I'm going where the music floods my doubts to wash away in the Hilo rain. I can hear the peaceful water stream. Close my eyes and feel the ocean breezes blow my troubles all away. Please be where I'm bound to stay. Stay. I'm going where the mountain calls me. I'm going where the rain is falling. Falling on the ones who paved the road I chose today. I'm going where the people call me. I'm going where my culture's thriving. I'm going where the music floods my doubts to wash away in the Hilo rain. I can see the stars light up the way. Catch the shooting stars that fall my way, and I wish upon them all. Keep me where my future calls. It calls, yeah. I'm going where the mountain calls me. I'm going where the rain is falling. Falling on the ones who paved the road I chose today. I'm going where the people call me. I'm going where my culture's thriving. I'm going where the music floods my doubts to wash away in the Hilo rain. Going where the mountain calls me. Going where the rain is falling. Falling on the ones that paved the road I chose today. Going where the people call me. Going where my culture's thriving. Going where the music floods my doubts to wash away in the Hilo rain.
For my Hilo family.
Okay,
Oh, that was tight.
just my E string.
That was awesome. Hilo
Yes,
Rain.
thank you, Kala'e. That's
Yeah.
my number one request I always have from Kala'e. When we play.
Go-to.
Man, how many hokus before he starts to get a big head? What do you think?
I don't think he'll ever
couple
get a
more.
big head. He's one of the most humble people. And again, here's just a noi ha'a, a humble request to the radio station here on Oahu, Hawaiian 105. Come on, play his song already. Jeez. Jay, what do you gotta do?
Doing?
Because before the Hokus, I told him, no, once you win the Hoku, they're going to play him still yet. Come on. Come on. So, yeah. But I'm a huge fan, Kala'e, and I know you have, at Blue Note, people were going nuts about you. So,
Aw.
yeah. And rightfully so. You're amazing. Everybody that knows me knows I don't like playing alone. And practicing at home alone is playing alone. So I'm not into, I don't want to hear me play. But okay, wait, maybe I should change that. Maybe now that will change with this baby here. Today we're up here with Andrew because I came to, for the first time, play my brand new Pono guitar. I'm still in disbelief. I've been playing music for 30 years, and this is the first time I got a new guitar. So my old one, my Takamine, is still beautiful, but she's going into retirement, and this will be my baby. And that's why I'm not tapping my pick on the guitar for songs. So I'm being gentle to her, at least for 1 year. So,
Thank you, Robi.
thank you, Andrew. This is also a regular. I'm smiling. I'm smiling.
We'll be
plenty.
matching on stage now.
Yeah. You want to do one other?
Yeah.
So this here is a song that Kala'e said he kind of learned the bass line, not really a bass line, but it's a song Kavika Kahiapo wrote, and it talks about the place where I haven't been because it's been so cold, but takes us to Waimanalo.
Oh, I love this song.
To a place called Kaiona, and I have a special relation to that place because that's where I've had like many dogs over the years, like 5-6 dogs, and that's our favorite place to go. There's no lifeguards to tell us to leave. There's no people complaining. It's usually we have the beach to ourselves. And right now, due to coronavirus, it's actually cleaner than it's been in years. It's beautiful. So it's always beautiful, but it's even more beautiful, like less rubbish and less opala plastics on the beach. So here's a song Kavika wrote, Waimanalo. There's a place that I come from on the east side of paradise, where blue meets blue and the ocean and sky become one, where the mountain and the sea, they call out to me, come on over, and the peaceful sound of waves come rolling in. Waimanalo, no other place to be. Waimanalo, loved by all who come to see. Kuwahipana, kukulaili, kuaina aloha. The kupuna and the keiki come and lay at Kaiona, as gentle breezes circling and honu swim on by. Visions of ancient days take us back to a paradise. At Pahonu and Kaupo, our ancestors came to know this place so fine. Waimanalo, no other place to be. Waimanalo, loved by all who come to see. Kuwahipana, kukulaili, kuaina aloha. Okay, Kala'e, take us to Waimanalo. Kuwahipana kukulaili Kuaina aloha. And this verse goes out to my doggies with permission from Kavika. Now Auntie Robi and the doggies, they go play at Kayona. As gentle breezes circling and Hono swim on by. Visions of ancient days take us back to another time. At Pahono and Kaupu, Palu and Kashi came to know this place so fine. Change the names now. In Waimanalo, no other place to be. Waimanalo, loved by all who come to see. Kuwahipana kukulaili Kuaina aloha. Kuwahipana kukulaili Kuaina aloha.
The guitar sounds good.
I know. I know.
Man, that's some beautiful music. Kavika's so awesome too. It's like, it's interesting. His son is very similar to my son, but a little bit older.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's
So-
a sweetheart.
Yeah. But what a wonderful songwriter too. He's one of the best on the island.
Yes. And his voice, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So
And,
true.
And I
well,
really like the way his albums sound too. Like
yeah. Well, you know what it is? To me, you can tell he sings from the heart.
yeah,
And
he's
that makes
totally
all,
from the heart.
That makes all the difference. Like, you can have a beautiful voice, but if your heart's not in it, for some reason, I don't want to make myself like, oh, I can tell he's from the heart or not. But I think I can, because I sing from the heart, and with Kavika, he's definitely, hey, thanks for writing that song. That's always going to be one of my favorites because I so relate to that place. And I was almost, I don't know if you saw, I was almost in tears because I've been taking my dogs there for the last, since 1995, since I live in Kuli'o'o. And I just lost one of my dogs about maybe 4 weeks ago. But when they hear Waimanalo, they all, the ears go up, and that's like their favorite word in the world. So I sang 2 new names today because we're trying to breed my Kashi boy with a dog named Pula, because before it was Barbie and Zulu used to know, and so Zulu is too old to go to the beach, but he's 18 years old and a happy camper.
Wow.
But yeah, 126 years old, and I just visited him today, and he's with my ex because he cannot climb my stairs. I'm a dog lover, as you can probably tell, as everybody knows. But so when I just sang the new names, I got almost teary eyed because I had to think of my sweet Barbie girl. So sorry to get off the topic, but
No. I'm so much a dog lover. I
Yeah.
just look forward to getting home and like
yes,
just cuddling with.
they're the reason I
Yeah.
go home. I don't have any children, so the dogs are the reason I look forward to going home.
Well, I mean, I've got children and a wife and all, but the dog's the only one excited when I come home. I mean, like, the dog is just like, oh my God, you came back. I love you so much. It's like
Yeah.
everybody else is like, hey, Dad. You speak a bunch of different languages, and
Yes.
does the way the language is and the way that it's used by the people tell you, give you a sense of the people as
Yeah.
a whole?
Yeah. So when I used to teach at UH, I said, when Americans came and forbade speaking Hawaiian in school, one way to kill a culture is by killing the language. So that's how closely the culture is related to the language. If you lose a language, then you lose the culture eventually. So like we actually just learned an Italian song because I have this beautiful Italian restaurant that who's Pasquale from Italy, and he makes great food. And we were at his place, and I said there were like 5 other Italians there, and I said I don't know what I like better, you guys hearing you guys talk or the food right now, and because everything is and it just with so much feeling, but that's also how they are. They're emotional,
Yeah.
and like they blow up, and then they 2 minutes later they hug and to my job, and they eat together, and they just are really beautiful, emotional people. And then you have the Germans, and their language sounds cold, and they shake hands. Their nature is cold, so it definitely matches. And then you have Hawaiian. I always said, or people tell me too, I don't understand the word you're singing, but it sounds so beautiful. And that's how I felt about Hawaiian before I learned it. You could be swearing, or when I first the first Hawaiian that the guys told me they were speaking Hawaiian, but they were actually saying, when I was in Germany, the military boys, they didn't speak Hawaiian, but they didn't want to admit it. So I said, say something in Hawaiian. And this is what they said. Nanakuli, Maili, Waianai, Makaha. And I'm like, oh my God. And then when I moved here, I said, those guys, they totally made fun of me. But, it sounded, to me, it sounded like a poem. So and Hawaiian is just a really pretty language. But so I told those guys, hey, if I started bragging those Italians, I said, hey, if all you guys come to our show, I'm gonna learn one Italian song. And I haven't learned. I don't think I ever sang a live. I learned one when I was 14, and that my friend, she's a tech guru. She actually found that song online, and so I kind of remembered it a little bit. And she found the lyrics, and then I learned it, and I played it for Kala'e, and he learned it, and I was like, oh, Kala'e, go.
Oh, you gotta play it for us.
So yeah, so we can do this song called Il Gatto e la Volpe. It's a song about the cat and the fox, and it actually talks about the music industry. It's these 2 guys, like they're sly. The cat and the fox is supposed to be sly, and they want you to sign up, to sign with them, and because they're the 2 representatives, and in their field they're the best, and we can make you a big star in the hit parade. So it's kind of the show business everywhere, and where you go, producers or promoters trying to sign the poor guy, the musician, and take him for whatever he's got. So here's a song called Il Gatto e la Volpe. Quanta fretta, ma dove corri, dove vai? Se ci ascolti per un momento capirai. Lui è il gatto ed io la volpe, stiamo in società, di noi ti puoi fidare. Puoi parlarci dei tuoi problemi, dei tuoi guai. I migliori in questo campo siamo noi. È una ditta specializzata, fai il contratto e vedrai che non ti pentirai. Non vedi che è un vero affare, non perdere l'occasione, se no poi te ne pentirai. Non capita tutti i giorni di avere 2 consulenti, 2 impresari che si fanno in 4 per te. Avanti, non perdere tempo, firma qua. È normale, il contratto è una formalità. Tu ti cedi tutti i diritti e noi faremo di te un divo da hit parade. Se no poi te ne pentirai. Non capita tutti i giorni di avere 2 consulenti, 2 impresari che si fanno in 4 per te. Quanta fretta, ma dove corri, dove vai? Che fortuna che hai avuto ad incontrare noi. Lui il gatto ed io la volpe, stiamo in società, It's a song by Eduardo Benato. Thank you. And I learned a whole bunch of new Italian grammar by learning the song. So I'm really glad I did it. It was a great chance to add another language song to our repertoire. And I wasn't going to even ask Kala'e because he teaches school, he has gigs, and so I wasn't going to ask him. And he said no, I want to and so maybe I'd have to use the harmonizer because I'm always a little. I just love harmonies, and then he said, "No, I'll harmonize in those parts," and he's doing great. He's awesome.
He's like, "Yeah, I speak Italian too."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those are the only words I wrote down.
Oh,
Those little parts.
But it's perfect.
I want to get Kala'e to give some lessons. We have this members page that we just started with our website, and you have a lot of experience from teaching the kids, and a beginner course for people is kind of, I don't know, for a lot of great players, they don't even know how to start to teach because they don't think about what they're doing, and it's been so long since they actually started, and but
and Kala'e must be a really good teacher because I've seen his kids perform, and they're really, really good.
Well, he comes from a long lineage of really amazing teachers. That's their art.
Yeah. No, well, in at my school, I've been blessed with a lot of talent in Kalihi, in the Kapalama area. And then sadly, I feel like last year we had such a talented group, and our time was cut short right before all our performances because of COVID. But I just got word today, actually, that they're bringing back the music program to our school next year, so I'm just stoked to be back teaching music next year.
Oh, that's right, because they moved you to general.
I was teaching 5th grade.
Yeah, that's crazy to just suddenly be teaching all this different
it's
stuff.
It's nuts, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my.
So I was when that all happened, I told Kala'e, I used to teach school, but I said I'm glad I'm out because I'm just can I say it? I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
if you're when you're teaching as long and not. I was probably one of the few teachers that changed my curriculum every year because I didn't want to get bored. Because I've had teachers that have been teaching the same class with go to page this on that day and page that to that day. And you can see it's a rut and they're bored and the students get bored. So I never wanted to be that. And I'm also not organized enough to have that kind of discipline in my schedule. So I kind of made different stories. I had the freedom because I was teaching 2nd year, but I was pretty much teaching the same grammar patterns, and because you all had to be at a certain level when you finished 2nd year. But when Kala'e told me he had to switch, and then not just switch to general, but every week there's new oh, now we're gonna do it this way, and now that is get added on. So I said I can just imagine teachers my age, how probably early retirement was their way out,
I had a bunch of coworkers retire this year.
Yeah. I
understand them trying to figure things out. What I think is appalling is Hawaii's pay for teachers.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, it's so
100%
drastically agree. For the cost of living here, it's insulting. And these are, we want people to want to be teachers.
Yes.
And that's why there's a teacher shortage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no incentive. It's okay, but how am I going to support my family? I'm going to have to do gigs at night or whatever. It's and
people entrust their children to you, and you want good education, but nobody's willing to to stand up and put money into the pockets of the people that are giving them that education. That's been going on for a long time, and I totally agree.
I mean, my brother-in-law is a teacher, and I had this discussion with him somewhat recently of what can we do? How can we organize or make noise to the right? Because nothing gets done until enough noise is made and people feel the aggro.
Yeah.
They have to feel it, and he didn't.
Well, somebody
really,
gets fired, has to get
he
fired.
He wasn't really sure how to get there, but to me, I almost wanted to try to start something, but I don't want to be presumptuous because I know there's a lot of people smarter than me that must have the same idea in their mind. It's just I don't know what kind of tape we can't cut through, but it seems ridiculous.
Well, it's kind of like before we were on tape, we talked about how, as there are some politicians that start off clean and then somehow they all end on the same, not the same level, but on some sort of corruption. And to me, when that COVID thing happened, it was I my hat off to the Prime Minister of New Zealand. She took a cut in pay, and their country did extremely well. Ours wanted to give themselves a raise while everybody else gets laid off, and teachers have to work 3 times as hard and
cut our pay too.
And cut your pay, and the mayor is giving himself a 3% rate. Was it 3%? I forget how much, but a raise during this time. Kalamai, but Jesus Christ, and it's just that's where you see that something needs to be changed, and one of those things is that teachers should be making more money.
Thank you.
Yeah. I speak
Yeah,
from the
I
heart
don't want to
because
get
I was
started. I'm
teaching
kind
for a
of
long
prone
time.
to complaining, but it's to me like if you care about the kids, this
Yes.
is one of the biggest issues we have to address here.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let's try to make it back to something more positive. You guys maybe
Really?
play another tune for us.
Let's make it a happy tune.
Yeah.
This time I didn't even notice the headphones. I'm so Lolo. I thought your guitar was plugged in because the cord.
On.
But now I see the headphones. I'm like, oh God, Robi. It's been a long day. My headphones are here. I got. It's like, oh, I wish I had headphones. They're right here. I got Lolo.
Yeah, I mean, you can wear those, but you know, your hair is so pretty. I didn't want to
Yeah.
like.
No, I wanna. Could you come and hold the guitar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crying out loud. I would not want it to slip. Yeah, just for one song. I'll take it out.
Yeah, I always encourage people to do that. I feel like you lock in a different way with headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
All the nuances, especially when you're like this far away from somebody.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Oh my
right-
God, yeah. So
Which one do you like to do?
still the one,
Okay.
and then we do Missing Me. So
Yeah.
Andrew, would you remember if we did this? It's okay if we play the same songs again, right?
Oh man, you guys come by every week and play the same song. It's cool with me.
4th fret. Yeah.
Oh.
Or what? What
No,
fingers
that
you
was
use?
the one.
Yeah.
In G.
Yeah.
See, when you don't play live, all these things that you forget. Oh my God, I'm loving this baby right here.
2, 3, 4.
We've been together since way back when. And sometimes I never want to see you again. But I want you to know, after all these years, you're still the one I want whispering in my ear. You're still the one you can talk to in bed. Still the one that turns my head. We're still having fun. You're still the one. Well, I looked at your face every day, but I never saw it till you went away. When winter came, I just wanted to go, back to the desert. I went long for the snow. You're still the one that makes me laugh. Still the one that's my better half. We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one that makes me strong. Still the one I wanna take along. We're still having fun, but you're still the one.
We miss you, Brother Ernst. Yeah. Want to do another one by them?
Yeah.
This one we got to play it at the Blue Note. One of my songs that Ernie guys recorded, and I now when we sing it, I sing it to Ernie because I do miss him, and so does everybody else. Song called "Are You Missing Me?" Oh, I love this funnel. Are you missing me? Like I miss you. Can we do the things we used to do? Like a stroll to Lover's Lane. Do you still feel the same? Are you missing me? Like I miss you? All our lives we were so happy, and now I'm sad and blue. Would you like to start all over and make my dreams come true? Are you missing? Like I miss you? Can we still make love and start anew? 'Cause if you're not in love with me like I want you to be, you're not missing me like I miss you. We were so happy, and now I'm sad and blue. Would you like to start all over and make my dreams come true? Are you missing like I miss you? Can we still make love and start anew? 'Cause if you're not in love with me like I want you to be, you're not missing me like I miss you. Are you missing like I miss you? Ooh. There were a couple boo-boos in there, but you know what? It's fine because we haven't played it in a long time, and Ernie would be just laughing.
I thought it was great. You know, I really appreciate both you guys taking the time tonight to come down. And Robi, you're one of the most beautiful people I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
And you have this God-given talent that you gift us with. So I'm appreciative, and I'm not alone.
I always consider myself really lucky to be where I'm at and to do what I do, because and one thing is I don't like hearing myself talk, so I'll take these off now. The singing part is one thing, but yeah, I don't like my hair came undone. That's okay, just pull them out. See, if my mahu had done my hair, the thing would have like 15 pins, but I just twist them around. So yeah, but I see other musicians that are, to me, like way more talented playing wise, or like they have more trained voices or more control of their voice. So I just consider myself really lucky to still be doing what I love doing the most, is entertain and play music. But now even more lucky to be doing it with Kala'e, because he's just what I've been waiting for all my life. Like we have not once had any. I haven't, and I don't think you either.
No.
Like a problem where like one of us goes home upset with the other one, and in my career, it's not it. I don't get upset very easily, but there have been times like where I'm like, why does this have to be so hard, or why do you have to always give me a hard time, and not always, or sometimes give me a hard time, but with Kala'e, I have not once. I said I've loved everything from the minute I met him to now. Everything he does, aside from the music, just what he is as a person, and hanging out with him, and being his auntie, and just everything about him. There's nothing about him I don't love, and so that's awesome when you get to play.
He's one of the most handsome Hawaiians. Yeah,
that too, but that part I can't. I'm his auntie, so but I have no.
But like the humility that goes along with the talent is just.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for.
And just like he comes. I don't want to say that my other guys that I played with didn't come well prepared or didn't come on time, but with Kala'e, it's just like he makes playing music for me so easy because I know he's got my back, and sometimes you're never gonna see me playing a song and him just singing. Because that's not gonna happen. If we do that, it's him playing and me just singing. For certain songs that it would take me kind of probably a long time, like the Every Road. I would have to practice it a lot, and like I said, maybe with this baby here, I'm gonna start practicing. But I have a feeling like that was our thing for the Blue Note. I said, okay, I'll learn how to play this one, like because he had to learn the words and the playing and the Italian song. And so the Italian song was no problem. Those chords I could handle. But this one, Every Road has like a couple of, I call them the FERP chords, like where I would have to like concentrate. And so I videotaped our rehearsal, and I taped his hand and his chords. And I did what I do at home. I played along the chords that I knew and kind of played air guitar, the ones I didn't. And then it started sounding like you could hear I was going in and out. And I'm like, so by the next rehearsal, when I said I would have the chords down, I told him, you know what, Kala'e, you do it so well. Why don't you just play it? And because it's not going to sound right if I come in, and then I might really mess it up at the gig, so I don't want to do that. But the way you played it sounds so perfect already. And he doesn't say like, oh, come on, Auntie, you had a whole week. Never anything like that. He goes, okay, and he played it beautifully, and it worked out really good. So he's just spoiling me rotten. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
And vice versa. I'm just super grateful to, what has it been, almost 2 years since we started playing together. And for me, it's a lot easier because I usually just let my playing do the talking. And then with you, I don't have to worry about talking. Just let you take the mic.
But he also, like, so that's another thing. At the Blue Note, I said, I'm sure people want to hear, not just me talking. So but some guys, like, I'm on stage with them and I said, say something, and they won't. So because I'm totally willing to share, the microphone. But if you're not gonna say anything, I'm always ready to talk. But I know people want to hear something from, especially from from Hoku award winning artists like Kala'e and Kamaka. So Kamaka was opening solo, so he had to talk. He had to say a couple of things, and he did. You could hear he was nervous, but he did really good.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when I say, Kala'e, why don't you say something? And he won't just go like, oh, from Hilo. He totally can talk. I mean, that's you're teaching, so you're able.
Yeah, with Kala'e, it's like he's good at conversation because, I mean, he has a skill that I struggle with, which is listening more than like just rambling. He doesn't.
Guilty.
Yeah. I'm the same. It's like So, I mean, we need people like him in the conversation that just can stay in their lane and speak when there, is space to speak and all that kind of good stuff. But
I'm definitely one that talks too much if allowed.
Hey, I could listen to you all day. You're a fascinating person. You've got a world of experiences too, from traveling and learning and just.
Yeah, I also blame it to the fact that I only live with dogs, and so I don't really have conversations with people. So when I'm around people, I need to let out. I mean, please, I talk to my dogs all the time, and probably half the time to myself. But my neighbors think I'm talking to the dogs. But I have full-on conversations with them because, you need to talk to. So I don't feel as guilt. Like, oh, she's talking to herself. No, I'm talking to the dog. Come on. So it feels less like weird. But when I'm around people, then I'm pretty sure that's everybody, like when we're together somewhere, people go home and my friend Malia, she lives with her cousin and his family. Kala'e has his wife and his dog. My sister has her kids. So pretty much most people that I know go home to somebody, and I've lived alone now happily alone. I gotta say, lived alone and happy with my dogs for the last probably at least 6-7 years, maybe even longer. And but yeah, definitely enjoy talking to people.
It's been a long day, so
Yes.
I'm gonna cut this one a little bit short, but I want to have you guys back again. So let me know when you have time, and
How about we make it when the pickup's in here?
oh yeah, well that's gonna be.
I'm on
yeah.
spring break next week, so
Oh,
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Yeah. my schedule's more open.
We leave it up to you,
Okay.
because I'll be back up here once you do your magic. But Andrew, oh my God, I'm in like on cloud 9. I still can't believe it. My jaws are sore from smiling. This is the most beautiful gift I have ever gotten, except for my dogs. But
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
it's amazing, and I will treasure it, and we'll take really good care, and no pick thumping on it, and for at least a year, and actually maybe next time I'll play a little better because I'll
Well, this one isn't set up, but when you come back, I'll have Billy
Right.
give it the treatment. It's
Yes.
gonna get super low action and feel like butter, and we want you to come by to have it serviced whenever.
it's already feeling like it's mine, like it's meant for me. Yeah.
It's really a beautiful sound. I
Thank you very, very
think
much.
it's perfect for you.
Mahalo. Oh, really fast. One quick last shout out. C'est bonjour à ma copine Céline Loves Light. Elle habite à Canada. Et elle m'écrit toujours sur Instagram. Bonsoir Céline, je suis contente que tu vois toujours cette show. She always watches your show. She loves Mike Love music and watched this the last one we had here over and over. So she said she can't wait, and she congratulated me for my Pono guitar. So we communicate
That's
on
awesome.
Instagram. She's in like 6 feet of snow right now. Put tang.
I know.
And yesterday she said it was warm. They had a warm day. It was 28 Fahrenheit, and I was like,
Oh my God.
and so I sent her
20.
28 Fahrenheit was warm for her, and then I sent her a picture of the temperature in Coolio. I said I'm freezing because it's 68 over here. So it's all perspective, right?
Yep.
So Céline, fais attention dans la neige et sois bien bisous à toi et à la prochaine fois. So,
Beautiful.
and ahuyo kako.
Thanks again, Andrew. Yeah,
Thanks,
it's a pleasure.
Andrew.
Mahalo, guys. We'll see you soon.